Okay, it's just gonna be a little garden update. It's summer now, really hot. Got a pumpkin sticking out there. Kale is done. The green beans, there's some left, but we're tired of those. Blackberries right there are done. We're still getting some grapes from behind it. These are champagne raspberries. They're not coming yet. They're a little later in the year. I'm waiting on those. These were strawberries. These are blackberries. These ones didn't do too good. The ones out behind the barn did a lot better. They're still producing too. There's some Indian corn, some purple little corn that the chickens love to eat. A couple tomatoes. And here's the grape plant I was talking about. You can, there's a couple left. We get out here and eat them, and they don't last very long. There's some sunflowers, and it was supposed to be sweet corn, but I'm pretty sure it's dent corn. We ended up feeding it to the girls. There's some tomato plants that these two aren't doing too well. The sunflower that popped up in the wrong spot. We just planted these rows. That's a chicken that crossed, or not a chicken. Excuse me, no, not a chicken. That's a bird that one of our cats probably killed. I'm not sure. But I buried them, put a cross up real quick. It'll be tilled over later, but it'll be good nutrients. These are some squash we just started growing. This is the squash that we were picking. I mean, we got a lot of squash from there. Here's a pepper plant that popped out of, I think I planted a whole row, and he's the only one that grew right here. So I planted beans next to it. Here's some flowers Marlo wanted to grow. They're real pretty. There's some more beans on the bean row. That's the other few plants of squash. We had 3 plants of squash there, and we were giving away more squash we knew what to do with. Here's a watermelon plant, even though I really don't like it. I think that's more squash and squash and squash, but those are different kinds. There's so many varieties. And all these leaves branching out, those are all from sweet potatoes. We're gonna be growing the sweet potatoes. The leaves behind it, those are pumpkins. Then of course there's a volunteer tomato plant out in the back. Never watered this tomato plant. Haven't watered any of the garden. My hose doesn't even reach this far. It's rained enough for us to grow all this stuff. They look a little hot today, but it is a little hot today. I'm not gonna start toting water out for them today. Here's some pepper plants that I grew. I planted a variety of pepper plants, and we're just gonna have to find out what they are when we get them. I put that bucket up to shade that plant in the afternoon sun. The noon sun start getting them. Got a few peppers. And this plant right here, we've already picked some. I don't know if I can't see because of the sun, but I'm thinking you can see that maybe. Now we've got more pepper plants, and we've also got some cantaloupe growing in this mess of vines. Here's the biggest one. Pretty sure I'm allergic to cantaloupe, so I don't know if I'll be trying that. There's some more. They're baseball size. There's 4 of them. Can you see all 4? Pause the video if you can't. All right. Here's the blackberries out the back that are doing so well. Sorry about the shakiness. I don't plan on editing this video. See, these ones back here are getting bigger than some of them. Those ones aren't very big, but back in here, oh, that's a pretty good sized one. Right there. Yeah, it tastes good. Here's those onions back here under the lean-to on the barn. Here's our plum tree that we've only got plums from once. The June bugs tore it up. It's a pretty tree, but it's old and it's got problems. There's some new shoots coming up alongside it. I'm gonna try to get those to grow, maybe cut everything down except for the shoots. We'll see how good they do. There's the tiller, of course. Been running alongside the outside of the garden, keeping it clean of weeds and stuff. Just running it last night. It's another pumpkin. These are grapevines, the green things. I haven't paid them much attention. They won't do anything for a year or two, so it was 3 years for the ones I'm growing before they started producing heavily. But these ones had grapes on them, but I picked them off so they would do better. Back to the sunflowers. Here's the compost bin. That's about it. Bye, everybody.